Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. I'm Orion. We are back with some more Grind Survivors, and today we're going to do two different things. As you can see, we unlocked a new character and we unlocked a new weapon. So we have the new weapon, the laser rifle, which is an interesting weapon. I'll admit, I don't know if I like this weapon or not. I've played one run with it. It plays a lot different than the other ones because, one, this weapon regenerates ammo when idle. Emptying your magazine makes you vulnerable. So basically what that means is idle, I was kind of hoping it just meant you have to stand still, but you also have to stop firing. So if you play with auto fire, you just have to constantly turn your auto fire on and off, which is a little bit of a nuisance, but that's how this weapon works. And then if you empty your magazine, it says it leaves you vulnerable. And that just means that basically you have like a 4.5 second reload time. So that's how this weapon's going to work. Basically, you're going to run around, you're going to stop firing your weapon, and it's going to sort of recharge the ammo for you. So let's jump into this. Oh, yeah, and we have our new character too. So she is going to push enemies away within pickup range. So we're going to want to have a decent pickup range, and then deals damage equal to the bullet's damage. But then you also, your wave applies your status effects. So she's probably going to be a good, status effect build, like if you want to do fire, lightning, whatever. So we'll kind of try to do, I guess we're going to kind of do a bunch of different things here. So let's jump into, we'll jump into rank 4 here with our rank 9 weapon and see what we can do with her. So we're going to want a bunch. I mean, we're not going to like focus super heavily on our build here, but we are going to want to, we're going to want to focus on like elemental stuff, pickup range, and then probably if we could get the thing for where we pick up XP, it fills up some of our bullets. That would probably be a good one. So this one right here, each pickup XP has a chance to refill 1 ammo, so we'll just kind of instantly take that one. So what's weird is like when the game says idle, it basically just means not firing. It doesn't mean stand still. It literally means just don't fire your gun anymore. So the wording on it's a little bit weird. So as long as I'm not firing, my gun will sort of recharge. Okay, let's do kill your enemies and they shoot out bullets. So you can see it's going down, but as soon as I stop firing, it starts recharging again. All right, let's do, I think we'll do a reroll here. Okay, we'll do some XP. Oh, bounce is probably good too, but we'll do the XP gain. So this one, you just really need to pay attention to your ammo. But I do think getting that, picking up XP will help a ton. Reload speed doesn't really matter with this character, so it seems. I don't think it already, like, it almost recharges instantly as soon as you stop firing. I don't know if reload speed sort of affects, like, kind of see how there's like, I turn it off and then there's a little bit of a delay. I don't know if reload speed sort of affects that or not. Okay, so here's pickup range, but I also want bounce. I do want both of these. Let's go with the pickup range. So yeah, you just need to pay attention to your ammo here. Okay, we're definitely gonna do this one. I do want more bullets. These are all really good though. But let's go with this one because I don't think we'll take the armed right away because I don't really like that movement debuff so early in the game. But I do like having the multiple bullets here. So that's going to show up, but we're not going to take that yet. While standing still, get pickup range. So let's do the pickup range, and then on XP gain damage. We'll go with that one. Oops. See, I already forgot. So now we get like a nice 5-second reload here. It's just, this one you really just have to pay attention to. You can't just kind of mindlessly run around and do things. Okay, let's take chill. So we'll start getting some of the status effect stuff. Luckily, you have like a really large clip size too. The weapon itself seems relatively powerful. Okay, max ammo, base bullets again. Let's do. I'm gonna re-roll. I want to get that other one. Okay, we could do XP chance for now. I think this would work better if it was more standstill versus having to actually stop your fire. I think that kind of makes more sense. Or maybe it's just supposed to be like a charge weapon, but I don't know. In a game where there's auto fire and stuff, I don't know. It seems like an odd pairing for this weapon. All right, let's do... I'm going to do the HP because heavy shot is really good. So you can see my little explosion going out too. I kind of have I don't know. I kind of thought this weapon might be my favorite, to be honest. But now that I'm like playing it, I think it might be my least favorite. We'll have to see. I think I want to see what happens when we get the reload per XP. I want to see what happens when we get that. If that makes, I'm hoping that makes a huge difference, but I'm not a huge fan of having to turn it off all the time, but we'll see. Like I said, we'll see. Okay, so here's Nerd Rage. We want that one because that's going to give us that gives us the other synergy for heavy shots. I need to get some bounce here too. There's quite a few things we need with this. Okay, but let's get this one for now. We'll get that big damage boost. Well, I guess not a big damage boost yet. Oh man, see, I messed up the reload there again. It's definitely a weapon you're gonna have to get used to playing. Okay, let's do... Oh, so this is the one we want. Each picked up XP has a 25% chance to refill 1 ammo. And then max ammo plus 2, and then more pickup range. So that helps us in a couple ways here. So this will have better effect late game when there's just a ton of enemies on the screen. You know, hopefully we'll have to, you know, maybe almost never reload. And then I won't have to worry about turning off my auto aim. Okay, I think next we need to start working on bounce and stuff like that. Okay, let's get the double HP though. So that'll give us a really big damage boost. We're not gonna re-roll that. Okay, our first boss fight. Yeah, the knockback is actively hurting me here. All right, I need him to get back in the ring. Is he gonna get back in? Where is he? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'd be curious. Okay, now that I'm, you know, depleting more of my bullets, it does seem to take a while to get a full reload. I wonder if reload speed helps make that a little bit quicker. Okay, let's do burn. Because you would think every sort of upgrade should work with every weapon in some capacity. With the Tesla gun, it appears that piercing doesn't work because your lightning does not pierce through an enemy. Bounce works, but it doesn't seem like the other one does. Let's do more XP and see if we can maybe get Echo. But then with this weapon, I'm just curious if reload works with it. This is definitely, you definitely need this upgrade though with the XP gain. Pick up XP and then shoot out, or gain XP and possibly regain a bullet. Okay, I'm looking for, okay, we'll do Pierce because I need something here. And then with this weapon too, if you're never reloading, you know, that kind of hurts reload speed, and then it also hurts things like whatever the reload speed you know, the reload speed level ups and stuff, and any sort of bonus you get, like the frozen one. Whenever you reload, you shoot out. It's like, well, if you're supposed to get status effects, but then you play this character and it's like you can't use a laser. You know, that's kind of how it seems like how it works with some of these. All right, let's do a reroll because I want to get, oh, did we not get Rich? Okay, well, we're going to take Rich. But yeah, it seems like with this character, or not necessarily with this character, but if you're doing like reload stuff, it's just like, just never take reload stuff if you're playing this weapon. Oh, and the other, who's the other character? The other character we played as, Solora. She does hers on reload, right? I'm trying to think, is hers on reload? No. God, we need bounce so bad. There's Echo. Okay. I keep getting all the synergies, so we're not gonna pass those up, but I do really need to get bounce. Pierce helped a little bit, but that her ability is pretty good too. It does seem to do a good amount of damage, and the knockback is pretty helpful. See, after reload, so this would be basically useless. Let's do the napalm. So yeah, I'm just thinking every time you use this weapon, it just kind of kills like a good portion of the level ups and stuff. It's weird. That's why I kind of always keep going back to each weapon needs to have sort of its own level up stuff. Because sometimes these don't make sense on other ones. And what's weird too, there's another thing too where some things just kind of don't mesh well together. Let's see. Let's do this one. There's just a lot of like synergies in this game that don't necessarily work really well together. In the tech tree, in the meta tree, there's an upgrade for your ability duration lasts longer. But half of the characters in this game don't have abilities that use duration. And then honestly, maybe, I mean, maybe it's different with the last character, but with some of these characters and the level ups you get, like Ascend It, whenever you activate an ability, you gain, you know, a ton of damage, movement speed, and whatever. So it's almost like longer duration on your abilities hurts you. So some of the, I don't know, just like some of the synergies this game has, like, doesn't really make sense. Especially the ability duration, because there's literally a whole thing. There's a whole tech tree for it. Or a whole, you know, like, spend like 50 of your, what am I doing? I was like, why am I not firing? 50 of your ashes or the hell dust, and then it's just like wasted on a bunch of different characters. Let's do the ability cooldown reduction. So they definitely need to kind of like rework some of the synergies with this game. I'm not synergies like the level up synergies, just overall dynamic of the level ups and how they all sort of work with each other, because sometimes they don't make much sense. Like, I think they just need to get rid of duration. If half your characters in this game don't have an ability duration, then it really shouldn't be there on the meta tree. Or each character gets their own. Each character gets their own meta tree, which would be cooler. That would be much cooler in my opinion. Oh, that's why we weren't firing last time, because I accidentally let it go to reload, huh? If each character had their own meta tree, you know, that could specialize more into what they actually do. That would be way better. All right, let's do... Oh, there's bounce. Let's get bounce. This one, I can tell, like, I lose focus a little bit because I have to pay way more attention to the reload in this build than I do with other ones. So it's not like I'm not just mindlessly running around. I actively have to look at my reload all the time. All right, so see, like, here's Ascend It. So after ability activation gain, this is almost better than most of the abilities in the game. So if you have an ability that lasts 5 or 10 seconds extra, that means you're losing out on this bonus. So it almost seems like you're better off not having that duration. It might be, again, it might be different for the last character, but I know the first character, I think it's fine. Just get really low cooldown reduction and you don't need to worry about duration. And then that way you can get all the bonuses when you activate your ability, you know? Okay, every 5 seconds spawn 3 fire circles that deal burn damage and apply burn. Okay, sweet. Oh, these are a little bit different now. These are like actual fire tornadoes. They weren't fire tornadoes in the... That's cool. I mean, they don't move around, but... That looks much cooler than the demo. Okay, let's do summon an additional lightning bolt. The knockback, I do think this character will be pretty cool though. I do like her ability. I think that'll be a fun one to use when you can start getting, you know, like in endless mode, when you could basically get kind of like an infinite, let's do this one too. Each shot has a 25% chance of not consuming ammo. So those are the kinds of abilities we want here. So I basically have to try to never reload. So like, it sucks because I need this for Blizzard. I mean, I guess I'll take it, but if I know, like, this doesn't count as a reload, right? It doesn't. See, so like, this weapon basically just totally negates some of the stuff in this game, and that's kind of lame. That's exactly the stuff I'm like talking about. So there's a couple reload stuff, and this gun literally negates a ton of those. So, I mean, I don't know. But I had to take that if I want to get Blizzard. Every 10 seconds spawn 3 Frost Pass. Okay. And then not a huge deal, but this weapon does kind of, I wouldn't say forces you, but it kind of does. It does force you to take those abilities that I took where, you know, you get the extra, where you don't consume your bullets. It does kind of force your hand into that pick. That's not that big of a deal though. We'll do the bounce efficiency. Strong weapon though. Even though I feel like we didn't necessarily get a very, I mean, other than the reload stuff, other than the not consuming ammo, I don't think we got really good like picks for this one. We kind of have a lot of different status effect stuff, which I don't necessarily think is the best strategy. At least when you're not doing like endless mode. Okay, so now we have 2 of these guys. The knockback, the knockback is a little much. It's great for the enemies, but man, it sucks for these bosses a little bit, huh? They're never gonna be in the arena with me. All right, let's do chance for an extra bounce. So again, here's kind of where some of the synergy stuff doesn't really make a lot of sense. You know, you have a whole character here. Oh man, I forgot to do it. Oh yeah, that's very punishing. You have a whole character here who's based on knockback, but then the boss fights force you into a very small arena where you can just keep knocking them, where you just constantly knock them out. That definitely makes it a lot harder to kill these guys. I guess I could turn my ability off. So I probably should do that. But that kind of sucks. So now I gotta turn my auto ability on and off. Or I just activate it when I need to. I don't know. All right, let's do extra bounce. Yeah, I guess I just turn off the auto activate. I guess that makes sense. So this character, you're basically just turning off your your auto activate abilities all the time. All right, let's do the damage and more knockback. The regular knockback's fine. It's mainly just the ability. Let's do the max HP. Yeah, I just want to get these guys out of here. That way I can keep all my auto abilities and stuff on. I mean, once you get these ammo abilities, then the gun is fine. You barely need to do it anymore. All right, let's do more lightning. We'll just do all the status effects. Those fire tornadoes are pretty cool though. Because before the demo, you know, it was literally just a little fire circle on the ground, but now we actually get a tornado. And you know I love flashy shit, and that's pretty flashy. Okay, let's do attack speed. Yeah, let's go with more attack speed. I don't know how much attack speed I actually took. Did I actually take any attack speed? Definitely not a bad idea to get that once you get your ammo recharge stuff. I mean, I'm still, you know, maxed out on. All right, let's do. Ooh. Oh, should we do this one now? Yeah, we could do that one. We're just gonna fire more bullets. It's just the boss fight next. The knockback kind of works in our favor too when we're fighting regular enemies, because that means if we knock them back, we're not necessarily firing as much all the time. And then that gives our weapon a chance to do its reload. But then I also wonder if that means we're killing less enemies because we keep knocking them back. So instead of actually killing the enemies, we're just kind of pushing them away from us. It still seems like we're doing a good job killing them though. But we do keep knocking them out of our range, but they are dying. Just things to kind of like keep an eye on, you know? All right, boss is going to be here in 5 seconds. So this boss doesn't get affected by knockback. Oh man. What did we do? 200 million electric damage. I got an achievement for that. Okay. Well, yeah, let's get this. We'll just click through a bunch of things. Who knows? Maybe we get an achievement for something, but. All right. Yeah. I mean, that gun's cool. Once you get those 2 ammo level ups, it's fine. Okay. So now we got sparks. Every 10 seconds spawn 5 sparks on the ground. And then that was it. The character, I do like the character too. I mean, all these characters I like. I like her, but she's kind of broken, so I don't really know how much we'll play her because of her railgun stuff. This character, I definitely want to try in endless mode too, because if you could get like unlimited pushback, how are the enemies even going to really get to you? And then the last character over here triples the magazine size and gives 1+1 piercing for each missing HP. It increases fire speed, reload rate, and the duration of the ability. For each missing HP, okay. So I guess for this character seems to be the only one that you would want actual like duration for. But even then it doesn't really matter, because with most of the abilities, with most of the level ups and stuff in this game, you can get your cooldown reduction so low that you just constantly have it triggering anyways. Like with this character, you get bounce and then shooting range, but as long as you have a low enough cooldown reduction. Like if you go down that ascendant tree, you'll pretty much always have it up all the time. Okay, let's go to our skill tree. So we got 20, so we're gonna put that in here. And so now we almost have this one maxed out. So I have max purple XP chance. I'm about to have max double XP. And then we have all reload. We have all attack, all reload. And then we'll work on damage and crit next. And then these ones will probably be last. But yeah, so there we go. There's the new character. There's the new weapon. It's fine. I do like the character. The weapon's okay. It's just every time you play that, you're gonna have to get those ammo perks. Otherwise, I think it'll be too annoying. But yeah, there we go. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.